Today we're taking the rear rack off of the 2013 Recon ES so that we can put some Herculiner brush on truck bed liner on. The rear rack, the powder coated, worn through, as you can see, and starting to rust a little bit. And before we put the box and stuff back on there, you can see there's some scuff and damage right there and stuff where the powder coat's worn off and rust is on set in eventually. But anyway, wanted to get that stuff on there, so I'm gonna take the rack off in the process of removing bolts. And if you come closer, you can see up under here, basically for the Recons, you have a 12mm bolt, one right here that holds it on at this front part, and then you have two smaller, shorter thread 12mm bolts, one there and one there for the rear bar. And then straight up under here, there's one on each side. It's a 10mm bolt that screws into the underside of that bracket on the rack there through the fender. And that's pretty much all that holds these rear racks on the Recon. So anyway, once you get those out, it should lift right on out of there. So we're in the process of taking these 12mm bolts out right now. So you ratchet and extension of a 12mm socket will do the trick, and then a 10mm socket with the extension for each one of these 10mm that go through the fender plastic here on each side. 10mm socket there. And switch out to the 10mm. Take this one out and we should be ready to move to the other side. These 10mm come out pretty easy, so once you break them loose, you can pretty much thread them out by hand the rest of the way. Alright, we got this side done. Move over here and finish removing the remaining 12mm bolts. Now that you've got the 12mm bolts and 10mm bolts removed, the rack should just lift off pretty much like that right there. You have to kind of tilt it back so these back bars can slide out from under plastic, and there you go. That's your rear rack assembly of the Honda Recon right there. So now we're taking off the front rack on the Honda Recon. Once again, you have a 10mm bolt that goes through the fender plastic up to this little bracket here. Take the 10mm socket and ratchet with extension and just loosen it. You have a 12mm bolt. It's right there. It's a long post bar, I should say, comes down, goes all the way to right there above the shock tower on the frame. I'm gonna take a loosen that. It's on there pretty good. Switch it out with this extension, see if I can get a better position on it. There we go, that one's on there tight. So we're also going to take off the front brush guard skid plate assembly, and everything's kind of all one piece here, and it's two more 12mm bolts down here that attach that to the frame that we're going to loosen. So it appears like there is I think it's a 10mm bolt here that it's a bracket or bar that comes up from the frame there to support the headlight buckets and the front plastic. That'll have to be loosened up so that this whole brush guard assembly and everything can come off as one piece here. So we're going to take and loosen that up. So now we're going to take the front rack and brush guard off of the Recon. There's a wiring harness for the headlights is clipped up under here. Kind of bend that clip down just a little bit